Oh, there I am. Okay. Yippee! As the um, two seven. I think I stepped in the wrong turn. This is gonna be just as the title stated. A boring work stream. I could be playing. I could be playing something. I could be playing Wua or Minecraft, but no. I had the urge to do work. Excuse me. I don't know. I just had the stupid urge to um see, I wish. Wait, can I write? No, I cannot make a column by itself. Fuck. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I need to. How am I supposed to do this? Hmm. Oh, hello there. How can I help you? Oh, 2 days ago.
So not 2 days ago, yesterday. Well,
ah,
technically it would have been today, but yesterday.
yes, the farewell.
Yeah, I fucking was bawling, dude.
It's
I was
okay.
crying. But my heart broke when I saw the ending because it was so bittersweet. You see them swim away. That's I'm proud. That's.
He has returned back into the deep ocean.
Yeah. Hopefully one day they will return in new form.
Yeah.
But my fucking heart broke though.
It's okay.
Legitimately, I don't know. I know. Like I couldn't. Okay, when I was watching it, like the ending, I couldn't tell if I was having a heart attack or if my heart was breaking. I couldn't tell.
Maybe both?
Probably, I don't know, because I was like freaking. Like my chest started to get heavy. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Good.
But so, how is business? How's the just chatting?
I
What's
just
the haps?
I just started.
No woo today.
I was that's the thing. Oh my god. Hear me out. I was trying to play Minecraft, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because I kept getting distracted on other things. Like, I want to play Minecraft, but I have the urge to write again.
Wahoo! You can continue the story you said you were gonna finish.
What story? It's
I don't know. I forget there was multiple.
all I can say. It's a guilty pleasure story. So like, I'm just doing this for myself, but it's also good practice.
Yeah, woohoo! And I'm finally happy. I had enough money to get the rigger.
Yay!
I'm gonna get a VTuber model ready up and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta figure out for overlays. Shit.
That's good though.
And I need to change the background so like instead of the black screen that you see in the empty void, I need something. Because the VTuber itself is not gonna
You need a
yeah, you
you need
know.
a signature room.
Yeah, I need to figure it out.
I think Ray also has like a black background as well. I'm not too sure. It's been a while since he streamed.
Yeah, I can sing for you in form instead of just being flat.
He has
I can
physics
move
now.
forward, back. Yeah.
Hmm. Um. God, I hate this so much.
Did you see the new Miku movie yet?
No.
I saw it. It was freaking good. Like I may be a gamer nerd, but holy shit, I didn't know Hatsune Miku movies could go that hard. It's like I don't know if you're gonna watch it, but here's like the synopsis.
Hmm.
So in the movie, everybody, well, not everybody, but like there's a new form of Miku that is trying to connect her voice to the people, but can't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the movie's called a Miku who can't sing.
Oh.
But then at the end of the movie, it's freaking cool. They have an after show and everything. It's like a concert, a mini VTuber concert.
I have to wait for a what's it called?
A package.
I have to wait for a package, yeah. I bought
Nice.
I bought a new wire for my okay. Actually, no, correction. I finally got it installed, my internal drive for storage.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is apparently I'm missing a wire to connect it. So when my brother was installing it, he had to unplug the fans to connect it to
Mm-hmm.
the internal hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a risky thing because without the fans, the CPU will not over.
Will heat up.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, he will heat up. So I asked him to fix it, like English, reactivate the fans so I can work on it, at least like work on my computer. And then
Ah,
um I went and ordered a new wire, so it's coming in tomorrow, I hope. Other than that,
you probably gonna get it.
me and Darth was in VC yesterday, and we were talking about a new tower for my PC.
Woohoo!
And we found a nice one. It took a while because we had to make sure the measurements are right for the parts to fit in, along with
Oh, very good.
like design. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Along with like I guess preference wise, like different brands and styles. And we found one. We found one. We
Sorry,
found
cat.
one.
I gotta go real quick. My parents calling me.
No, no worries, no worries. But yeah, we found one, and I have to. I plan to buy it, but not right now. It's $109. Oh, I want it in black because it matches my what's it called, my soundproof walls. I don't want it white because it's just gonna look out of place. But if anything, I might as well make it white because I have white equipment. My keyboard and mouse is white. My soundboard is white. My mic is white. I might as well just make it white. So I plan to buy that. I have to ask first if I can get it. Even though it's my money, I still gotta ask. I have to double check with my brother and see if his opinion on the tower is okay as well. and I had a whole conversation with Darth. I was like, oh, it's like a canvas, so you can like put whatever the hell you want. We spent like the last hour in our in call, looking at like different designs, like stickers and like things to put in the tower, or like just designs in general. Um, I can never beat the bunny allegations, man. The bunny and twin allegations. It's stupid. It's so dumb. But whatever. Because at the anime convention, I bought bunny stickers. But I'm starting to regret my choices on buying it because it just proves that I can never beat the bunny allegations. Like what the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, there you go. I need to check something. Hmm. But yeah, once I get that wire in, I can finally reinstall some of my games. I can stop playing Minecraft now. Minecraft and Wuthering Waves, I can finally like play something else. Like I can try to go back into Warframe, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what to do in there. I mean, there is Reverse 1999 I could do, but I, I I'm not too sure. I'm not that strong. If anything, I'm what am I? Master rank 12? I don't remember. 10 or 12. It's been a while. Oh yeah, the what's it called? The um the Tomb Raider game. I wanted to play it, but on the day that I wanted to stream Tomb Raider, I had some audio issues. I don't know what it was, but for some reason the game had an echo or a reverb on it, and I don't know how to fix that. I checked the audio settings in Tomb Raider and nothing looked off. Nothing was disabled or enabled, so I'm not entirely sure why it had a weird reverb. I even did a test run too. I even took like a little, dip in the actual game, and there was a massive reverb in it. So I don't know, but I still gotta. I might re-download it and try fix it again, but I'm not too sure why it's like. Mm, but I won't be streaming for too long. I'll probably only for like 2 hours or so. I've been eating this blueberry glazed chocolate. This what is it called? Chocolate and blueberry candy. It's so good. I've been craving for it for years, or for months actually. Is Ray online? Let's see. Oh, he's not. Oh well, he's never on online. He's on Viz. He's on Invis. Uh, If only there's another way to order better. It feels so crap. Actually, before I need to check something. It's been a while since we episode 4? Um. Hmm.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm back. Sorry about that. My
No
dad was
worries.
trying to get me to drink beer.
What the hell?
I became a true Yakuza master. The video game, not the IRL.
Hmm.
So what did I miss?
Oh, nothing. Nothing much.
Hmm,
Is this really how glutton?
hmm. Do you want me to find you a VTuber person? Joking, joking,
Don't do that.
joking.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I
I
have
mean, I did find someone that you might be interested in.
I have to work on my first. Think
No,
about
I
it.
know, but I'm just sending you links for some ideas, pretty much.
Memory.
Like
Oh wait.
for the VTuber model, I got this person called Nichiro.
Nichiro?
Yeah, Nichiro Delta.
Oh,
He's the one currently rigging my model.
your papa.
Yes, he is my father.
Okay. How do I timeline on Google Docs? Is
Easy. Start with a date from the top and then go to the bottom of the list equals to the current date.
oh god.
Wow, that's what they did for Street Fighter. They put it on a Google Doc and then they just slap that shit on the website.
I suck at making. Oh my god. I suck at making timelines, but honestly, it's when it comes to making
I see it.
stories. When it comes to making stories, I'm so bad at making a timeline, but I'm like decent enough to make things
Hmm.
understandable, if that makes sense. When it comes to like certain mechanics, in like okay, um, how to explain this? When you write your own story, there's a certain like rule of how the story will go, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like take Withering Waves for an example. It's
Yep.
you like you understand how echoes work, how resonators operate and all that kind of shenanigans. Those kind of rules.
Yep.
Like yeah, basically that. Like how basically like game mechanics, it's like that for story, like story mechanics, if that makes sense. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
when I write stories, I can make it understandable, like how the story works in a sense. But when it comes to
Mm.
timelines, God, I suck at it. I
Sorry,
was
my dad in the background.
it's okay.
Sorry, continue.
It's okay. But like, oh my god, hold up. Oh, that's the size. Okay. Um, nom 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 nom. I'm. This is a guilty pleasure. This story, and it's based off of a game. It's just for fun, cause I don't know if I said this in one of the older streams when I was just chatting about stories. I hate, or not hate, but I'm not a fan of the current eras of fanfics right now.
Oh, that reminds me of reading when I was in elementary. My first fanfic I read.
Red.
And you continue. Yeah, no, there was a Sonic fan fiction I used to read long time ago.
I I used to love reading fanfics, but I suppose as time goes and as I write my own stories, I gotten used to how I write. So when it comes to reading other people's fanfics, I just like I I don't hate it. I'm just like disturbed in a sense.
Why are you disturbed for something that they created?
No. It's not like bad. It's more of like character wise, if that makes sense.
Oh, so the character plots weren't as important. Not important, but wasn't as good.
In a sense, yes. Because
Ah,
it's okay. I know this is bad saying this, but if it's a fanfic based off of a canon character, right? You know what
mhm.
canon means, right? Like it's an official thing.
An official, you know, official timeline shit.
Yeah. When when it comes to fanfics like involving a canon character, they tend to alternate that said character and it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So whenever I read a fanfic and the canon character that exists out there in the real world, it just throws me off. Because like it just doesn't feel right. Like, they're alternating what's already been made, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So I've been just really picky with fanfics, but because there's not that many like accurate canon characters, I guess you could say how it's written, I just don't read them anymore. Because I suppose as time progressed, as I write more stories, um, and as well as like write or not write, but like watch anime and understand stories a lot, um, I suppose like you grow this understanding, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So like you know how you love Yakuza, right? Like the
Yep.
entire. Would you be upset if they take like a canon character from Yakuza and turn them completely different?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, because I mean, it has happened before.
But what is your
Be
opinion?
curious.
What is your opinion if that actually happened? Like someone takes a canon character and alternates them completely.
My take on it is that I mean, even though it's a canon character, it doesn't mean it could be officially canon
Mm.
in the sense that since it's in a spin-off, it's only a spin-off rather than being a part of the same timeline.
Yeah. I don't
So I
know.
mean, it doesn't really matter.
I don't know. For me, it just doesn't feel right. Like they're alternating it. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I, what was I reading that really got me like upset? Like I don't know. I just have a feeling like you know, what's the word like? It's really hard to explain it too. I suppose it's just like it just ruins their image, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I stopped reading fanfics because sometimes the way they write it just ruins the image of the character. If if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I got into a habit of doing unnecessary research and to make sure if I were to write,
Accuracy.
yeah, to have it as accurate as I can, but not entirely because only like only the creators of whoever made this canon character can figure out who exactly this character is, not us as the consumers.
Mm.
Like they only know like the true meaning behind this set characters, but us consumers we really can't.
Mm.
So I've been trying for so long to what's the word, like be as accurate as I can when it comes to writing fanfics, because
Mm.
I wrote a Azure Lane fanfic one time and I've I've spent hours upon reading their Wikipedia.
Okay,
And
that don't trust. Don't trust that.
no, they have an official, like Azure Lane has an official wiki for like all ships. So
Mhm.
I spent hours reading that website. I spent hours going over the characters in the game to be as accurate as I can. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not entirely sure,
Can
but
I read it?
it's no.
Why not?
I haven't touched that book in like 3 years or more.
Mm. Oh, oh crap! They're calling me again.
And go ahead, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, that is my take when it comes to writing stories. Though I don't know. I suppose like every time I read a fanfic, it's always it doesn't feel right. You know, like once you understand the character and you understand the mechanics behind that story, like the rule behind it, you try. It's like it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't sit with me. You know. But everybody has their preference. Everybody has their perspective. Everybody has their intake on stuff. I don't judge. I don't mind. It's just how I see it. And if you don't like how I see it, then you can beat me up for it, honestly. But it won't change my opinion on it. Like I've spent hours on like deep research on whoever this character is to be as accurate as I didn't want to ruin the image of the character. But as a writer, I don't really consider myself as a professional because even if what is this? Even if like I write stories a lot and I get a lot of people reading it, I still don't consider myself as a professional writer. I'm just someone who just enjoys writing in general. That's just how my that's just my sometimes god I would have like four different tabs on the said like genre and I try to figure out what it is or like okay how do I implant like an idea to something that's canon wise but branch off in my own timeline if that makes sense. Oh, and then we get to see all of these. Oh, oh. Sorry, I just noticed there's a gallery of these. I'm curious. I'm a curious little fellow. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I think I ate too much chocolate and my stomach is. I've never seen this. Probably from the story, main story. Sorry, I'm looking at an official week fandom. All the screenshots. Oh, that's her banner. Okay. Aww. Video. Okay. 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 Ah, my stomach. Urgh. Actually, it's not my my upper. Oh, wait, what was that? Okay, I think that's enough looking at pictures. I'm getting distracted. I'm just too curious. I get curious so easily. Anyway, I need to make a timeline. I can understand this before I start blabbling things down. Wait. I don't think. Okay, I see it. I need to. Unknown year. Hmm. Ah. Rated. Wait a minute. Is there a? Okay, wait. One, first, second, third, fifth, six, seven. Okay, so it is in order. Yo, hello. Sorry, this is gonna be a really boring stream. What am? Yeah, now I lost it. Hold up. Then one, two. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Give it. God, I fucking hate timelines. Ah, it's so hard. Oh, thank you for the follow. Sorry, this is a boring stream though. It would be talkative and entertaining if Frost was here. Frost! Or whatever. He's currently away. Ray's not gonna join us. Probably busy with school. Either school, work, or playing his game for 7 hours. I'm losing my train of thoughts. Hold up. Ugh. Doesn't matter. Oh, ear. Put one here. Here. See, this is fucking. Have you heard our Lawrence? Chainsaw Man? I have heard, but I have not watched it yet. I've seen clips of Chainsaw Man. But I have not watched it. I've seen parts of the manga, I think, but not entirely. Just little bits and pieces. I think the only character I know is I think it's Pochi? Pochita? Pochita and what's that girl's name? Makima? Makima. That is her name. Wait, did she? Well, hold on. Anime. Did she? The voice actor of Makima is here? I don't know her name. Hold up. Makima English VA. Her name is. Oh yeah, she did game. Hold up, didn't she? That's right, she voices Eula. You gotta watch it sometime. It's hella good. I I'll consider watching it. I'm going around streams promoting Chainsaw Man. I think I only know Chainsaw Man through Makima and Pochita, and I think one of my no, 4 of my friends watched it. So they talk about it a lot back then. But I'll consider it. But the music, their OP is really good. The opening. Hmm. When did? This is gonna be so annoying because I generally do not know where to put this. Ah! Okay, I'm so bad at making timelines. Ugh! How would a timeline look like? Okay, that does not help. Oh, you need an exact year, but there's no There's no accurate year for this game. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just have to. I just have to be. I just have to be random. Okay, okay, okay. I got this. Fucking you! Stop! Stop it! Oh my god, no, not you. Why? Stop it with the hydration redeem. God damn it, you. Fine. You're lucky I had tea with me. Usually I argue with my chat about the whole redeem. Not redeem, the whole hydration redeem. Okay. Okay. Go. Invasion. Gotta do math. Gotta do math. In this. Wait, no, that's stupid. Wait, no. No, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so this is year 1. I need it to eat. Okay, year 1. It's all peak in Arthur, the writing, the characters, the plot, the story, everything. It's peak. That's pretty much all I have to say. Wait, they have a movie coming out? Movie. I thought it would be a second season. Denji has a love interest? Is that the main guy? All, all for the Lord Chainsaw B. Also drink water. Okay, okay. Who's Denji's? Didn't Denji eat Makima or something? I've seen a panel of the manga for that scene. Denji eat. Yeah, he eats her. I don't know the context of what happened, but it it's there. I don't want to go downstairs and get. Sorry, if I go downstairs, I think I know who's gonna make me stay downstairs. Year and um. Oh wait, actually, I'm spelling it wrong. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, there is no exact year. The arc is 100,000 meters. Oh, that's just where it is. So there is. Oh wait. There's an actual timeline here. Okay, that did not help. Blah 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 blah. Okay, blah blah blah. Not word. No, no, no. Oh, here it is. Okay. Timeline shenanigans. Oh, 100 years ago. Okay. Work out. Seems that Overzone follows Red Ash 2 months, years later after Lily and Commander are on their final mission and never return. Of the Arc Guardian. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh, fuck! I got it wrong. Okay, it's not 88 years. Ah! Okay, I gotta start all over. Fuck. So it. Okay. 100 New Zealand rappers appears in the space elevator, not only dangerous as per some Lost Relics, but rapidly deployed. Oh, developed. First information. This is the hard date given by the death. It's unclear. Initial Lost Relics Doctor's contact refers to the early days of the first invasion or time before that. So years ago. Actually, wait, we could be 90 or 80 years start of the campaign. The time of Red Ash, not only the first invasion started in the early 115 years ago. Or so. Okay. Help with the reference to over a century ago. Usually pops up. Century is 100, correct? Spelling it wrong. 100, okay. Although it does run into issues that some very old people in the surface without seeing to be enchanted or enhanced so we can go back. Oh, okay. The only hard date we have Appalachian War led by Johan. Arc has been sealed for 2 war preparation plus campaign since the Arc Guardian. What the fuck is the Arc Guardian? That's not okay. That did not give me any fucking clue. Okay, Nikkei. Oh, okay, it's from that event. Aha! Oh, okay, now I remember. I'm such a stupid moron. Fuck. Okay, I know what that is. That is when they were to defend the closing doors of the Ark. Okay. God, I should have done research instead of making this stupid story for myself. I'm so dumb. Okay, the second campaign has over 100 times the resource at the first, so the building should be pretty major. Clock timeline start. Okay. Yeah, caveats that the early dates could be back by the decade or decade is 10 years. Yes. Okay, 100 years versus okay, first 100 hard day. Okay, that started rather 90 years ago. Second rapid invasion country. United Force of Humanity is formed and start losing, having tried nukes of human minds, war bots, used, and finally Nikki's mass producing. What is the see now I got me wondering what is the difference between war bots and Nikkei? Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this timeline, and it's eating me up inside.
Is it the Nikkei timeline?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're in such a mess for that.
I know. It's one of those things where they don't give you an exact date or like existing date. They just give you the years.
Wait, is that what you're writing about?
Yes.
A self-insert?
It's not really self-insert.
All right.
It's not. It's guilty pleasure. It's just for fun. It's for fun and practice, to be fair.
Okay.
And I mean by practice, I mean trying to improve my writing style. I hate how I write, man. I really hate it. It's not like the typical, you know, paragraph by paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
It's just mine is weird.
I wish I had a writing style, but I never wrote.
You should
Only thing I wrote
try.
in letters.
You can try. Have you written? Have you written your lore before?
Technically, yeah, but it was more like in bullet form.
Oh.
I was never the go-to guy for that.
Yeah, the one I sent to I don't know. Wait, did I send it to you? My lore.
Yes, he did. I
Mm.
seen it.
The
That was
that's
Tila.
that's not how my writing style is. I force myself to write like that.
Hmm.
If anything, it's just a summary, or not a summary, but like, uh, it's like a what's the word like a information kind of stuff, not like an actual story. But
Hmm.
I can give you a I can give you an example of actually no that's here can I send this to you?
Sure.
This is a really old story. This was made when Fiori first debuted.
Hmm.
She did a she requested her fans to like write a story or something, and I made one, and I kind of it's really bad.
Hmm.
But here it is. It's a random Shiori story. But this one, I forced myself to write in this style because it's like something I'm actually posting like for real. I even posted it on my Twitter, but it's probably like buried in in some older shit in there.
Yeah. What is it with the live?
Huh?
The thing that you wrote, I noticed it says live. What does that mean?
What is it where?
Right above the Mokoko, and that's it.
Oh, that's just for fun. Like just for design.
Oh, okay. I was just
Yeah.
wondering. Okay. Let me read this.
Yeah.
Time to feel happiness after I sent you a gif of Gura being sad.
Hey, uh chill out with the relax on the Chainsaw Man stuff.
What do you mean Chainsaw Man? I didn't do shit. Oh,
Chat.
oh, sorry. My bad, chat. My bad, my bad. Ah,
Twitch won't allow me to go over 505. Ah, okay, okay. Did you like write that on like a Google Doc and like copy and paste it on here? Oh my
hey, you
god.
could. You just gave me an idea.
What?
Virtual Live Academy. That's what we should call the gen.
Please don't. We are not students.
Well, you two are. I'm the only fucking teacher here. I'm just joking.
We Yeah, you are. Wait, is Ray one of your students or like a fellow friend that you know? In
I
a
would say a fellow friend that you know, and a fellow friend that I know.
No. Oh shit, I closed it. Oh no.
The VLA. That's what we're calling it. The VLA.
Oh no, we're called VLA.
Yeah, Virtual Live Academy.
We're not V4 Mirai. We're not a magical school. We are
Who said we
not.
need to be magical? We're technical.
We're
Get it? Because
technical. The
we are
only
tech savvy.
thing, the only thing
You two are
magical.
tech savvy. I'm the only one that's boomer. I don't even know how to use a mixtape and
The
CDs and DVDs,
the only thing,
VHS.
the only thing magical about us is I have no memory of my past life. You
I destroyed my nation.
what is, I don't think we know about Ray's lore. That he's been
Okay, Ray,
workshopping. He's still workshopping his lore. Like we don't know anything about him.
his file was stolen, ladies and gentlemen. His file was stolen. Quote unquote stolen.
Quote unquote stolen. We don't know much about Ray, honestly. No offense if he's gonna watch the VOD, but he is still working. He's still trying to get his files back.
Yeah. So that means Ray, hurry the up.
Hurry up! We don't know where you came from, Ray.
It's like Cotton Eye Joe. You know the song Cotton Eye Joe?
Yes, I have.
It's just like that.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh my god. But yeah, the thing I sent to you was the one I sent to Shiori, but thank God she didn't read it on stream.
Good. Because that would be
I would be so fucking embarrassed, man.
Do you mind if I save it? This? Because I might not read the entirety of it, but I would read off my off time.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I think I was when I was writing that, the reference was from it's either a show or an anime I've seen where
Was it a Yuri?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I forgot what I got it from, but it was either from an anime or a show. It's where like this person cannot be seen by anybody but one specific person, aka the main character.
So
Like they
oh,
ex
never.
they exist but not entirely. My time
Is it
has come.
Amahana?
I don't know. It's been a while. I'm off. All right, take care.
Have a good day.
But yeah, that's where I got the idea when I was writing that story. It's like the um like again, they exist but not physically in a sense.
Hmm.
And only a certain person can see them, which makes it weird.
Yeah.
But that's the concept. And then like around the ending part is um they fulfilled their one job, their one duty, and they vanish. And like years pass, they reunite, but sadly the person that vanished, came back, but has no memory of their interactions together.
Mhm.
The only person that remembers is, the person who could see them back then, who was, who in the story.
Mhm.
But you'll see it. That's like the gist of it.
Yeah, I only read the first part.
It's okay.
There's so much words.
I I've spent hours on it. I was forcing myself to write it in that style. And it's really hard, like honestly. It was really hard to put it this way.
Mm. You know what? Shit. You know I should be playing music. Hold up. Let me go turn on my Spotify. Time to be civilized and read a book.
I think the the character, the second character that was interacting with the main one, was actually like an old OC of mine's.
I was about to say Mokoko, was it?
No, no.
Just took it. Yeah.
I had a really old OC, like not that old, but like an OC that I used to use, but I stopped using it in stories.
Yep. They are now not forbidden. They have been forgotten in time.
But
They are frozen.
I can give you the gist of that character. Let's just say it's. Oh, actually, no. In context, let's just say it's similar to the lore, my lore, but not entirely.
Okay, I'll read this later.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna.
yeah, continue about your character you were speaking of.
My what?
Your character,
Which one?
the one that you were saying that's similar in a way, but not similar at all.
Oh, okay. Oh God, why? I made a lot of when I was writing like stories for myself. I always create characters like OCs that are not me. It just doesn't. I said this when I was with Sate before. Whenever I write fanfics, I don't like self insert, like inserting myself in it, because it just
Okay.
feels wrong. So I create an OC as a replacement. So when I was writing like this Demon Slayer story for one of my friends, um,
I
I
think I know who it is.
I asked them to create a character because I didn't wanna implant them like in the story. So I made like a canon quote unquote OC, or quote unquote canon OC basically. So it was only temporarily. And when I was in the process of making like the time not timeline but like the plot of the story, she asked I asked her if she wants me to be part of the story, and she's like, "Yeah, you should be part of it." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I created my own character. So every time, I also asked like other people or other like the other friends I have, like, "Do you want to be part of a story?" I always ask them to make a character. So there is this actually no. When Witch of Mercury was still airing, me and Darth were talking about Gundam. Like I had a whole Gundam phase during that time. So when I was watching Witch of Mercury on my off time, I messaged Darth saying like I have the urge to write a Gundam story, right? So I did. And I have hard times making like multiple characters. Sometimes if they're just normal people or sometimes they're unique people, I had a really really hard time making it. So I branched out to all of my friends from from school, from online to like different people in general. I asked them, do you want to be part of a story?" And they're like, "Sure." So I gave them like um a not a it wasn't I wasn't using what's it called, what is that thing called in Google? Google.
Docs, the
No,
waffle
no, it's
search bar,
no, it's the thing like you can make your own assessment or your own test.
a form.
Yeah, I didn't have that back then, but I did made one like recently. So, but back then I just sent them like a character sheet that's like blank, and they just had to fill it out along with like a website to Pick Crew to create their design. But when I made that Google form, um I did suggest in the character creation where they had to describe the eyes as like a different type of gems. So it's much easier than just going through the 1,000 different colors out there in the world. So I had them make sure they put like a gem type. And then they will put a picture that they created. And that Gundam story is still in progress. I do plan on making that like a full on series. I just had like a massive roadblock recently. And then when it comes to creating my personal OCs, I tend to go overboard with the backstory behind it. There was this one story I made out of like it was similar to Genshin's like lore but slightly different. But it's a I think I still have it. I just haven't touched it in a very very long time. But I did ask my friends to make a character, and as I wrote the story, I think I was only like 10 chapters in. Um I did had the urge to add my own character, and when I did, god, the way I made the characters like uh her like appearance and personality wise, I think I overdid it.
Mm.
That story is really old though. Like I still remember I think like part of the plot, but not entirely. But I think there is a point where whenever I write stories, I tend to forget um who is the main like antagonist and protagonist sometimes.
Mhm.
And I'm not too keen on antagonists too. Sometimes they're like just simple enemies and all that kind of stuff, and I tend to like forget their backstory. But the one that I told you about, Frost, the one where like this kid finds a an animal mask and becomes like some sort of beast when he wears it. I I think I hit a roadblock when I was writing this when I was like thinking about it.
I could tell because I've never
It hasn't been updated.
gotten to see that.
Yeah, sorry. Like the idea is there, but it's just hard to put it together, you know.
Mm.
That's what happens when I come up with different ideas. Like there was one I came up with a long time ago, and I haven't put it into paper yet. Like just an idea. There is no Google Doc behind it. There is no characters. It's just an idea. But oh, hold up. Someone was calling me.
Hoorah. Don't know what
Okay, wait. I'll be right back.
Good.
You want to entertain chat, or I switch to the be right back
Sure.
screen?
I can entertain. I was just gonna sing.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand, and I'm a king. Your kisses to me worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. I'm running out of Elvis songs. Jesus. Wise men say only fools rush in. candle. Wonder of You, yeah. My favorite Elvis song and my favorite Stan from JoJo. I wish they made more JoJo stands that had that nice song. I mean, like all songs are good, but I just wish that there was more. Yeah, like good OG songs or something. I don't know. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can tell? Falling in love with you like a river flows. Wait for Tusk all act. Yeah, I'll definitely wait for Tusk for Tusk all the acts of Tusk.
Okay, I'm
I
back.
think there is more.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome back.
What? What happened? What did you
Nothing,
do?
what?
What did you do?
I was seeing Wonder of You, Can't Help Falling in Love, and we are just talking about JoJo, like JoJo, like JoJo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh.
Yeah, so like half of the characters in the show are either named after real songs,
Huh.
that or the stand. Yeah, so JoJo Leon or JoJo Lion or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it, is my favorite part of the JoJo series.
I never watched JoJo. I've only seen the prison one.
You should watch it. At least watch like the first
I
part.
tried.
The first part's completed.
I tried to watch like from the very beginning. I
It
only
didn't make no
wa- I only watched up to like the third episode, like where I think
No,
it.
you gotta watch through it.
I think it
man.
was. I think it was the. I think it was the one where. What's his name? Dio becomes part of the family. I think. I think around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like, you know,
that's the
yeah.
furthest I ever got was like episode 3. And I was like,
We have
ah.
Soft and Wet, and we have Wonder of You. Yeah. The one thing I still don't understand about that part was the idea of chaos. That one I was a little confused, but otherwise I still like the character.
Mm.
We have ECDC.
Don't mind me. Oh shit, where's all my tabs? Oh, here it is.
But yeah.
Oh wait, didn't
recommendation.
you want me to explain a certain lore to you?
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
What was
hold on,
it?
hold on, let me get ready.
What was it?
I think it was Wuwa.
Are you sure you want me to talk about Wuthering Wave lore? Oh no.
Well, do you know the entirety of it?
I know the gist of it. I actually wait, no. I guess you could say I know most of it. But the gist
Well,
of the gist of it is Rover is current Rover is trying to
regain her memories.
one, regain her memories, yes, but two, prevent something from happening. But also be a participant of whatever that's gonna happen. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah. But do you want like a detailed version or you want a summarized version?
How long is the detailed one?
Up to the current era, up to the current updates.
Okay.
But with like a little bit of like this and that.
Ooh. Let me think about this. I'll get back to you in like
we
5
we're,
minutes.
we're only at like nation 2, so it shouldn't be that long. But I won't force you to listen to the whole detailed version. If you want like the summarized version, then I can.
And I'll take the summarized version just in case. It might be too long.
It's okay. I don't mind because Withering. I don't know why, but Withering Waves like story is just like so interesting and like exciting to follow along.
Mm.
So
But yeah.
okay,
But let's make a deal though. You tell me tell me the summarized lore of Wu, and I'll tell you the story of JoJo. How about that?
Darth told me the story of JoJo.
Sorry, not JoJo. I mean Street Fighter.
Oh God.
I'll tell you the lore of Street Fighter.
Okay, I'll give you the detailed version then.
Damn it. Oh yeah,
um.
but you can start now if you want.
Okay.
Let me just
Okay.
grab my pop.
Okay. let me go grab my popcorn real quick.
This is gonna be a while.
I'm sorry. This is what happens when you like gathered like bits and like when you listen to a story, and sometimes especially from a game, there's also like little hints around the game, so like little notes and little details that lines up with the main story.
Yep, you became the Wuwa enthusiast.
Oh God, don't
Pretty
start
much.
me on that because I know a bit of Genshin lore, but let's not get into that one.
Mm.
I know a little bit of Path to Nowhere lore. I know a little bit of Nikkei lore. Reverse 99 lore. I don't know about Azure Lane lore because Azure Lane lore is I don't pay
I know a
attention.
little bit of that. I know a little bit of that. The Sakura
Empire.
Empire. Yeah, the Sakura Empire basically did an attack. Basically, it's just World War II, and then after that, they added the the uh uh crap. What is the name of
Which one?
of the red guys, the red enemies, the one that are not pirates but like meta.
Sirens? Oh, meta
Yes, sirens. Thank you.
ships. Meta ships.
Sirens and meadows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sirens and meta ships are different in a sense, but I'm not entirely sure the lore behind meta ships because they're like altered versions of the original, because like just like Enterprise. It's more of like meta ships have seen a different
Parallels.
yeah,
They're the
parallel
parallels.
universe. Yeah, in their timeline, it's worse than the current one, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Because I'm going
But yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
off of Enterprise's perspective.
But yeah, I know the lore of Azure Lane. Apparently, it's just World War II, and then the Sirens of them.
I know character lores too from Wuwa.
Oh, okay. We don't need to go into details.
But no. Some of the character lore, actually no, some of the character what's it called? Character stories, the companion stories in Wuwa are somewhat connected to the main story a little bit.
Ah.
Especially
Think of it like the FGO universes.
yeah. But I know. Actually, no. I'm not gonna mention it. I was gonna say I know Hololive lore? Question mark.
No.
We're not going in there. We're not going over there. We're not going over there. But in
we cannot bring it up. We can't bring it up.
so okay, how do I start this? Okay, we're gonna
from the very beginning.
we're going
Before the world
to
turned to shit.
so we're gonna refer Rover as female Rover, but canon wise it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna go we're gonna go after female Rover's perspective, not male. I don't know why, but
What's the difference between male and female? Aren't they both the same?
they're literally the same. They're the same.
Okay, so we went to that parallel then. Okay.
So it's not like Genshin where if you want to be lore accuracy, you have to see it in Ether's perspective. In other words, Ether has more what's the word? Oh, actually no. In Genshin, Ether and Lumine have different dialogues in the story. So take Ningguang for an example. When
Don't
Ningguang,
know who that is.
it's okay, it's okay. Ningguang, every Genshin character, or in fact, I suppose some games they have birthdays. Like you can put your your birthday into the game and they'll give you like a special dialogue. For Ningguang's one, she has different lines for both Lumine and Ether. Ether one being like, I made these two items for you and your sister. I hope you see your sister soon. And for Lumine's perspective, Ningguang just says, "Here you can have this."
Mm.
She's never mentioned like brother or anything. But if you want to be lore accuracy, you stick with Ether's perspective. But Withering Waves, there's no specific gender in the lore. You can literally be male or female. It doesn't affect the story at all. But we're gonna just
Okay.
stick with female Rover because that is literally my account. Is female
Yeah,
Rover.
alright. Yeah, no, and that plus the Carmelia picture.
Actually,
The first time we met Carmelia.
Camellia is actually connected to Rover. No joke. But anyways, we'll get to her. We'll get to her later. So, fuck. How do I start this? So we don't know exactly the exact year nor timeline, but we know how many years ago Rover, past Rover did anything in the world of Solaris. Solaris is the planet that they all live on, like the world itself. We don't know exactly where tacit discourse came in, like when they started existing and when the world became what it is now. The only cause, the only cause that we know is from the lament.
Mm.
So, 20 we only got 20 years ago. That's the only number we got for past Rover. So past Rover 20 years ago did something. We don't know what she did in the past. All we know is that she left a lot of clues for her future self and a lot of people behind 20 years ago. But the thing is, I somewhat believe Rover erased her memory twice, but there's only one evidence on that. But other than that, we're just gonna stick with the 20 years. So 20 years ago, Rover erased her memories. That's the only thing I can give you from the start. Continuing on, God, how to explain this? It's really hard to start. Wait, I have notes too. Wait, I'm gonna pull up my notes. That's my driver's. That's my permit test notes. How far does it go past? Okay, yeah. There is evidence that Abby, aka the little echo that resonates with Rover, has lived with Rover for many years ago. But we only know the 20 years ago is when past Rover erased her memories. But during Jin Yan's story, his companion story, it's been said that 10 years ago is when he met Rover. But current Rover doesn't remember him, which is, strange. So I'm assuming she erased her memories twice. We don't fucking know what happened. Because in Jin Yan's story, there was this like puffer fish. Is it puffer? I forgot what the echo is called. Puffy, whatever echo event that Jin Yan participated before 10 years ago with Rover, but Rover doesn't remember. And Jin Yan actually has a picture of him and Rover together, but again, Rover doesn't remember. Anyways, Rover created a domain, the Somewhere, I don't know when, but a long time ago, but did promise the master of the Samwar to keep hush hush, to keep quiet about the true, the truth behind the Samwar. So,
Mm.
the master, or the what's I guess they're
Mhm.
like the owner of the Samwar. The white cat that owns or controls the Samwar, they only said that 3 people made the domain. The cat itself, Ebony Gatekeeper, and Past Rover. But the cat won't expose any more information about Past Rover. So yeah, but I here's a little thing. Rover has countless nicknames or countless titles. One of them is the Dreamwalker. So, lore perspective, Rover knows how to create scenariospheres or like domains. That I don't think anybody can create.
Mhm. Yep.
Am I boring you?
No, no, you're not. I'm just trying to understand while my mom and brother are talking loud out of my room.
It's okay. It's okay.
But so
In
far, I am.
in Camelia's character story. Sorry, I know this is weird, but also not at the same time. Camelia has no memories of her past, but um, I suppose. How do I explain Camelia's one?
In the
'Cause
sense that they were companions at one point.
in
They
a
knew each other.
in a sense, okay, to understand to understand the connection between Rover and Camelia is to understand Camelia's story first. So Camelia, she doesn't know where she came from. She doesn't know, like, nothing, dead ass nothing. Like, she woke up in a cave, and that's about it. There was a village. I forgot what the village is called, but she went to a village, and the people there took her in.
Yeah.
That's why they name her Lady Flora, because she was associated with a lot of flowers. In that village, it was attacked by Tacet Discords, and I think a Tacet field was formed in that area, so it was always getting attacked by Tacet Discords. And Rover was there to save that village and Camelia, aka Lady Flora. So we're gonna refer past Camelia as Lady Flora. When Lady Flora met Rover for the first time, that's when Camelia or Lady Flora wants to, you know, I suppose, like, want to understand or at least be around Rover because Rover was the one that saved her and her village. She wants to learn from Rover, basically. She wants to learn from her. So, Lady Flora was trying to find Rover. Back then Rover was part, or not part, but was leading the Black Shores. But we'll get into the Black Shores in a bit after Camelia's story.
All right.
See, it's hard to explain it because it's all in bits and pieces, but there's not an exact pinpoint.
Maybe just go with the main tree. Don't need to do Camelia's side of the
No,
story.
no, it's a no,
You
it's
can
a
just talk about the
no,
story events.
no. It's actually important to actually because it fits in. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So
This is
it
yeah.
okay. It's just hard to put it into words. So
Okay, how about this? I'll give you a break. I gotta go again.
I can just. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know I keep interrupting and all that. I'm sorry.
I'll just continue talking about it,
Okay.
and you can just listen.
All right.
You can go do what you gotta do. So
Roger
anyway,
that.
anyways, as I said, the Camelia's stories is actually important because there were like 3 or 4 times she ran into Rover, but we'll get to that later. So when Rover found Camellia at the Black Shores, that was the only time when Lady Flora found out that she has her forte. When she first discovered her forte, she went to go look for Rover at the Black Shore. Okay? God. So Rover was the one that took Lady Flora in as like an apprentice in a sense, but not entirely. Lady Flora had to pass an entrance test to become a Blackshore member, and then another test. Oh, the Bloomberry test. There you go, the Bloomberry test, in order to be by Rover's side. But anyways, in Camellia's story, it was mentioned that she was one of the few people. I'm assuming one of the few people that Rover knows that told Camellia that she was gonna erase her memories, and Camellia was devastated about that idea. So, it's really hard to put into words, to be fair. When Camellia said it in her story that Rover felt, or actually, Camellia can see it, to be fair, that Rover is more trapped than anybody else, meaning that Rover is destined to do something to Solaris, but Camellia doesn't know what that is. So basically, Rover carries a massive responsibility for Solaris, but nobody knows what that responsibility is. I'm assuming Shorekeeper has the gist of it, or at least some parts of that responsibility. Like, she knows what Rover is trying to do, but going back to Camellia, Camellia ran into Rover about 3 times, I think, as a passing, or oh my goodness. So when Rover erased her memories, Camellia did the same thing on the same day or same year. So when Rover first encountered Camellia, that is when Rover was when Rover and Camellia were just, wanderers. But Rover didn't recognize Camellia. But that's the thing. We don't know if that's the current Rover or that was past Rover. Like, the second time she erased her memories. Because, again, it's hard to imply Jin Yan's, story. Because he said 10 years ago he met Rover. 10 years ago. But I don't know if that applies, I don't know if that 10-year thing applies to Camellia, because again, Camellia met Rover 3 times. Who knows the year gap? First time technically first was at the village that she was in, but when they both erased their memory, we'll just consider this as their first time. First time meeting Rover was when they were both wandering travelers. Second time was when Camellia joined the Fraxidus. That's why Camellia, craved to fight Rover a lot, is because that was their first time fighting each other when Camellia was part of the Fraxidus. I suppose you could assume that she enjoyed the thrill that Rover, was given off when they were first fighting. And then third time was when Camellia joined back in the Black Shores. So I don't know exactly if Camellia knew she was still part of the Black Shore, or she just didn't know. Because again, she erased her memory, but then again, she has her instincts and all that kind of yada yada shit. But if you want to see it in a proper way, I guess she was technically part of the Black Shores, but she just doesn't remember it. And on the third time, she just joined back. So yeah. But that was probably like 10 years ago. Because current Rover doesn't remember Camellia, like not even fighting Camellia. So that has to be in that 10-year gap. Because in the story, in the main campaign, when Rover first fought Camellia. That was literally their first time meeting in the game. Like not as a story, but like in the game, like current timeline. But 10 years ago, all that event happened. Camellia's first time fighting Rover, and all that kind of shenanigans. Anyways, because Camellia, she was, she's still part of the Black Shores when she met Rover. Like 20 years, when the 20-year mark hit. So, AKA the current Rover, Camellia was still part of the Black Shores. And then we go to Shorekeeper. Oh my god, Shorekeeper is gonna be a little bit difficult. Shorekeeper was hard to grasp because I couldn't figure out who came first. Was it either her or the Tethys system? But I think it was the Tethys system. What Shorekeeper said, past Rover found the Tethys system in that location where the Black Shore is. And Rover was the one who founded Black Shores I don't even know when she founded it, but the Black Shores was still an existing, it was an existing thing before Rover erased her memories. So like past, like, before Rover erased it, it was still there. So, but I don't know when Shorekeeper met Rover. All I know is that Shorekeeper knows that Rover found Tethys system, and God knows how many years it took to understand it. But the Tethys system, it's hard to put into words. I suppose Rover had more control over the Tethys system, in a sense. If Rover was able to create a separate dimension within the Tethys system, then Rover has a lot of control over it. She just doesn't, or we just don't know if Rover was the one that actually, found it, or maybe made it. But who knows? But Shorekeeper is made out of Sonara spheres, and she is connected to the Tethys system. I don't know when Shorekeeper came to existence, but all I know is that Rover and Shorekeeper had a stronger connection because of the Black Shores. But we don't know how long the Black Shore has existed. We just know that if there's a lot of members, then it probably existed for like God knows how many years. Okay. To the main plot, anyways. There is Jinjo. We know that Rover has a deep connection with the Sentinels. I don't know how many existing nations are there in Wuthering Waves. You just know there's only 2. We don't know how many in total, but there's 2 right now. Jue said that she got her information about the future from past Rover. Because past Rover predicted, or not predicted, but gave specific instructions and information to Jue to pass to pass it to the rest of Jinjo. Like, past Rover planned the whole second awakening for Jinshi because Jue mentioned it. Jue mentioned that eventually Jue would have to, give the second awakening to Jinshi, aka her its resonator. Oh god. What else is there? I don't know who founded Jinjo. I actually no, maybe I do. Maybe Rover. I think Rover founded Jinjo. I don't know. So I don't know who founded Jinjo because because Jinchi was a baby when actually Jinjo. I don't think Jinjo even existed. Yeah, Jinjo, not Jinjo. Jinshi was still a baby when Jue found her. Jinshi was actually she actually died, but Jue reversed time on Jinshi's body to bring her back to life and raised Jinshi. And then I'm gonna assume Rover chose Jinshi because there Jue could have saved anybody during that, attack in that village in Mount Freminent. But Jue chose Jinshi, baby Jinshi. So I'm gonna assume past Rover, told Jue that. God, I'm hungry. So again, like as I just said before, past Rover left a lot of clues and information to whoever knows or whoever is close to Rover. So like the Sentinels, especially the Sentinels. Except for fucking Imperator. God, Imperator. I don't know what the Imperator did, but it was reasonable. But anyways, who else was there? Oh yeah, Changli. Changli's one. Changli was, you could say, destined to meet Rover because Changli's master, I forgot his name, met Rover before, and they became best friends to a point where like they always play chess together. And Changli's master said that one day you'll meet this special someone that I've been, or that not I've been, but like you'll meet this special someone, if that makes sense. And the thing is, Changli's master also knew about Rover's choice of leaving Solaris. That's why in Changli's story, her master was talking about was talking about one last game with this mysterious person, and that happens to be Rover. So basically, in a more funny sense, Changli learned how to fight from her master, and her master learned how to fight from Rover. So that's one interesting thing that Changli, has but doesn't even know about. But anyways,
A lot of knowledge.
That's Changli. Changli's master knew Rover back then, and Changli didn't know who she was gonna meet in the future. Who that person that her master was talking about, and she realized, oh, it's Rover that her master was talking about back then. And then you have.
I hope that's all of it. I hope that's everyone.
No, I think that is everybody. I don't think anybody in Renacita knows Pastor Rover.
Okay, we understand. Okay, that's good.
So, like I said, the gist of it is Past Rover left a lot of clues and information to certain areas and certain living beings. Okay, and there's some people who are impacted by Rover's like influence. Going to Renacita was really complicated, to be fair.
Yeah, we don't need to go into that.
Renacita's lore is connected to Imperator. Renacita's Sentinel because whatchamacall, it's related to an event that happened 20 years ago when Rover was probably somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Yep, she was in a dimension between dimensions.
That's the thing. Rover actually has that power to go into different dimensions. She just doesn't know that. Because if past Rover, the thing is, Jue created not Jue, but not Jue. Sorry, English. Jue opened up a Sonaro sphere, aka a new dimension, and Jue said that Rover was the one that gave it that Sonaro sphere, meaning Rover might have made that Sonaro sphere specifically for Jinshi in the future. On top of that, in the Somewhere, the white cat said that 3 people made the Somewhere. The cat itself, the Ebony Gateway Keeper, and past Rover. That's why the cat refers Rover as Dreamwalker. So, Rover knows about many dimensions in Solaris, but also knows how to control or access it. But Renacita's, like I said, Renacita's one is a little bit complicated because it involves other people.
Can we skip that?
Okay.
It's just a case.
We'll go straight to like the end, like the gist of it, I guess. So
Only
basically,
because it saves you the breath.
I don't know. I don't mind explaining it. But it's just hard to put into words because it's like it's all out of, it's like everywhere. Like it's just bits and pieces that's just hard to put together. But
that's what I meant by save your breath. You don't need to think.
so Renacita, basically Renacita has 2 somewhat beings that they worship. One is the Sentinel, aka Imperator, and the other is the Thernodian, aka Leviathan. There were 2 dark tides that happened, and dark tides were like a big event that happened to Renacita, which is like a flood of darkness onto the nation. The first dark tide was when the Sentinel Imperator went up against the Leviathan, and then you have the Blessed Maiden. I don't know which one it was, but the Blessed Maiden. The Blessed Maiden sacrificed herself to the Dark Tide to stop it, but there was leftover, bits of darkness, and a enlightened one took care of it. But going back to the Sentinel and the Leviathan, the Sentinel Imperator was on like the brink of like dying, so to prevent itself from getting killed during that event, it fused itself with the Leviathan, becoming a false deity. But how do I explain this? During the part where Cardathea was trying to rediscover who she resonates with. In other words, who is the Sentinel's resonator, just like Jinshi. Cardathea, I think if I remember, I think she is the fake deity's resonator, aka the fuse between Imperator and Leviathan. But I think that was during the second Dark Tide. I forgot what the second Dark Tide was, but I think that was when Fraudelise existed. Fraudelise is like Cardathea, except she's the Leviathan version. But when I think when Fleur-de-Lis learned about humanity, it went against the deity, the false deity, to save humanity.
Mm.
Yeah, Cardathia and Fleur-de-Lis is one being in two bodies, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, Cardathia was the Blessed Maiden, and then you just have the other Fleur-de-Lis, who is following, not following, but went up against the Thernodian and not the false deity, like the Thernodian
Mhm.
side of the false deity, because like I said, the Sentinel and the Leviathan, or actually Imperator and Leviathan, that's their official names, not their titles. Leviathan and Imperator fused together, and Fleur-de-Lis was going up against that false deity, the one that's together.
Mhm.
And like I said, the Fleur-de-Lis was made by the Leviathan side of the, fused deity, and Cardathia was from both sides. Was, I think, yeah. Oh god, it's hard to explain it. But
Mm.
Rover, Cardathia wanted Rover to kill Cardathia, Rover, in order to end her suffering, but also to save, the Sentinel and Fleur-de-Lis. But Rover said no. Rover took it upon her hands and say that she's gonna do it herself, like in her own way, and challenge Fleur-de-Lis, who's been fighting the Leviathan for countless years.
Mm.
And she did finally kill Fleur-de-Lis. But when they were falling, Cardathia's like real body came out, like her actual form came out, and she was already dead by then. So when Imperator was finally released from the shackles of the Leviathan after being fused together, meaning Rover killed the Thernodian side of Imperator, or of
Let's
the.
go genocide.
But like I said, Imperator and Leviathan was fused together, but Rover killed the Thernodian side, aka the Leviathan, which released Imperator from, agony. But because Imperator was battling or not battling, but holding back the Thernodian for countless years, it was exhausted. It was tired. And in to forgive, or not forgive, but into take responsibility of putting Cardathia into so much pain, it offered Rover that they will revive Cardathia as a human being. That Cardathia is no longer bound or resonating with any Sentinel, nor Thernodian. Cardathia can finally live as a normal girl, and that's what Imperator did. Imperator used its remaining strength to revive Cardathia, but for Cardathia was coming to terms of the Leviathan side of herself, you know. So she accepts that side of herself, and became who she is now. Basically, the Imperator was risking its entire life to protect Renacita over the years. But did you know Cantarella plays in this part?
No.
Cantarella. Oh my god, you have to understand Cantarella's story, but we're not gonna go into there. So Cantarella did a horrible trial for the Facilia family, in order to do this other trial for the thing, the fuck, what's it called, trial of of deity or something. It's something about picking up a sword that's connected to Imperator. Oh no, it's a sword that belongs to the Blessed Maiden that was made by, I think, Imperator, I believe.
Mm.
So Cantarella was the only Basilia member who was able to connect with the sword that belongs to the Blessed Maiden. And she heard Imperator's voice and learned, or not learned, but she was given the second awakening by Imperator. But Cantarella gave that second awakening away to Cantarella herself. Oh, not Cantarella, Cardathia, sorry, Cardathia.
I get confused. Carlydia.
Cardathia
Cinderella?
Cardathia is the Blessed Maiden, and Cantarella is the jellyfish girl. Cantarella was the one that had the second awakening that was given to her by Imperator. I'm not too sure why, but I think she was destined to become the next, Blessed Maiden. But Cantarella gave it away to the real Blessed Maiden, who was Cardathia. Yeah, Cantarella was, could have been the next Blessed Maiden to save or to kill the Leviathan, but Cantarella gave that up for Cardathia, so Cardathia can fulfill her duty as the Blessed Maiden. Yeah. And did you know that all of this happened without past Rover's permission? Past Rover has a connection with the Sentinels to a point where they refer Rover as Lady or Lord Arbiter. And Arbiter, and I actually searched up the meaning behind Arbiter, and it means a higher being, or in a sense, or like someone who has more authorities over this, or not over this, but over something. Arbiter. I spelled it wrong, but yeah. Yeah, arbiter, a person who settles a dispute or has ultimate authorities in a matter. So Rover has God knows how many authority, or like what she has over. Yeah, Rover had to give Jue permission to give Jinshi the second awakening. Second awakening is like a higher power, if that makes sense. Like, I suppose like the second form of the echo that they resonate with. So like Jinshi, I suppose you could say obtain a power similar to Jue's, aka I think controlling time. And then I don't know what Imperator's one is. Nobody knows how Imperator attacks, but we just know that it's, I don't know. Well, we just know that Imperator gave the second awakening without Rover's permission to Cantarella. But yeah. that is legit. Like that is the detailed version of it. Oh yeah, did you know? Fun fact. The bank that Zani works at was built 20 years ago. Or not bank, the vault that Zani worked at was built 20 years ago. That was when Rover lost her memories. Yeah.
My mind after this lecture. Hold on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Now my mind went to Bogo's Binted.
Bogo's Binted. But yeah, that is Wuthering Waves like current timeline, but or not timeline, but like lore-ish story. Question mark.
Alrighty, thank you.
I'm so sorry. I was just yapping for like an hour of Withering Waves, but like I can't
No,
help
it's
it.
okay. I'm gonna be for real. I've been trying to pay attention, trying to understand, but I had hard time even comprehending
What did you get mixed up with, or what did you get confused on?
Cantarella and the jellyfish girl.
Cantarella. Okay, Cantarella is the Blessed Maiden.
Yes.
She is the one. Here, I can give you a gist, not gist, a gift of her.
Okay, please do not
Mhm.
have it to be any swimsuits or any shit like that.
No.
And then after this, now I can explain to you Guilty Gear lore.
This is Cantarella,
Okay.
and she was supposed to be not. She was supposed to be the next Blessed Maiden, not the actual one, but the next one. Because Imperator gave her the second awakening, right?
Mm-hmm.
But well, Imperator already gave, Cantarella the second awakening, but Cantarella had the sword that belonged to the Blessed Maiden and transferred the second awakening into that sword. So Cardathia, aka the real Blessed Maiden, to take it
Mm-hmm.
and take that second awakening power to fight Flordelis. This is Cantarella. Oh, not Cardathia. Sorry, that's Cardathia, and the first one is Cantarella.
Ah.
And then Flordelis is this one, the Leviathan version of Cantarella.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But Cantarella, not Cantarella. Cardathia. Cardathia was the false deity's resonator, as in like the fusion between Imperator and Leviathan. And Flordelis is the Leviathan's resonator.
Hmm.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for telling me the difference.
I'm gonna go lay down and cry.
Now, do you want me to explain Guilty Gear lore or nah?
Up to you. I don't mind.
Alrighty.
God,
Buckle up.
I made no progress in this timeline, but it's okay. I can do it later.
Alrighty. Where to begin? So, it's equal that I share something with you and you shared something with me.
Okay.
So, your debt will be repaid with the intel of Guilty Gear.
The game that I suck at playing.
Yep. Which you're probably gonna need a fight stick for that.
Hell no.
It's real easy. All it is you just plug it into your computer and you just play your game with it.
I don't think I have
It's like playing on a keyboard.
I don't think I have a
but with buttons.
port. I don't have a port for that.
New PC when you said?
I'm getting a new tower, like the casing.
Oh.
The parts will be the same, but the
Fuck.
tower, the casing will be different.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to Guilty Gear 101. We're gonna start from the very beginning.
All I know is one of them is a grandpa. I think.
Shit, for real.
Yeah, one of them is a grandpa. I don't know who it is though, but he's like, I think he's either from a different timeline or different, I guess timeline, but he's a grandpa, but he looks young.
Yeah. That's gonna be the confusing part for you.
Okay.
Alrighty, so from the beginning, we're gonna start from there.
All right.
So, in the beginning,
In the beginning.
yeah, from the beginning of the story is that they're in the 90s.
Mhm.
Listen to this. In the 90s. Sorry, my throat's a little bit.
It's okay.
So in the 90s, all the technology on the planet freaks the shit out, meaning, like no signal, everything crashes, all technology explodes pretty much. no such thing as technology in the 90s
Mm-hmm.
until this is like a summarized version at least. A bunch of wizards. Yeah, this sounds weird. Yeah, all of a sudden. But anyway, a
Oh,
bunch of wizards.
wizards.
Yeah, or basically a bunch of people discovered that the world had the ability to use magic to replace the technology that they
Oh.
lost. About 3 decades later, or like a forward a few decades, maybe like in 20, no, not even 20, like maybe in 3060X or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go off based off, things I know because it looks like steampunk with magic, so it's kind of like a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so in the time of those few decades, there are three scientists. Remember these names: Arya, Asuka, and Frederick. Remember those three names.
Mm-hmm.
They were the scientists that were developing a being known as a gear, which splices the DNA of magic to create superhumans. Like, um, ever play Resident Evil?
I've seen gameplay of it, but not actually.
Okay, so in the games, basically, how most of them are zombies,
Mm-hmm.
but then some of them are like superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, so basically they splice the DNA of a human with the magic that they discovered, which
I've
created a
got the
superhuman.
magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In between that, Arya and Frederick had romantic relationship until Arya contracts a sickness,
Oh?
which basically they Mr. Freeze her ass pretty much. And if you don't know what that is, basically what they did was they put her in a deep sleep to find a cure to stall um, the effects of that sickness. Basically, it's like a virus. In excuse me, in a turn of events, Asuka, one of the three scientists, or one of the scientists,
Mm-hmm.
wanted to turn Arya into a gear, meaning to splice her DNA with the magic and her DNA, which he ends up using Frederick at first as a test subject. Um, Due to his subject, and basically, if you know shit goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
Frederick began to hate Asuka, like because
Oh.
the amount of pain and suffering. Because when you think of splicing your DNA, that is unpleasant.
Yeah,
Basically, meaning your
that's like
your
your
body starts to,
that's your genetics, that's why.
yeah. So basically, you're splicing them.
Like your hair, your eyes, your what's it called? Your skin color.
Yep. So in the turn of events, Frederick escapes, but also been turning into a half gear.
Oh.
But although ever since Frederick escaped, Asuka used Arya as a means to transform her into a gear. Meaning, like, Frederick was a success, pretty much, in the sense that since he escaped, he became like half gear, half human,
Mm-hmm.
meaning he's alive. So Asuka begins to test on her, turn her into a gear. So during the process, they turned her into a gear, a full-fledged gear, meaning no humanity. Like
Mm-hmm.
she is full on transformed.
Mm-hmm.
She transforms into a character by the name of Justice, another character in the series who I'll send you a picture of or a GIF.
Guilty Gear.
Uh,
Oh. She has blue hair, right?
yeah, so
Oh no, that's a wait, what?
that's Dizzy, but that's a different character. We're gonna
Oh,
get into her later.
okay.
But Justice, she's like basically she's like full on buff, like mechanical, like with big red hair. Um, a big chest plate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you Google her, you'll see her.
Mm-hmm. I did, but I don't know if I got the right girl.
Do you mind sharing your screen with me, perchance, so I can double check?
I can send you a picture though.
Yeah, good point.
Is
Yeah, my
this
fucking throat.
is this her? Hold up.
Let me take a look. Nope, that's Dizzy.
Okay, that's not her then.
Yeah, I'll tell you who that is in later because she's part of the lore. She's part of the main lore.
Oh,
I'm only
okay.
going off of the main story, not like the side characters.
Okay,
Because
okay.
when you're playing the game, just like like Uwa, but most of the characters end up in the story as well, but some sidetrack
Yeah,
from story, but they ended up there.
in WoWa it helps get like a general idea of the timeline because some of them mentions like again in Camellia's one, Camellia met Rover like 3 or 4 times. But the thing is, Rover didn't know Camellia back then. Or actually, um it's hard to explain it. Yeah, Camellia Rover and Camellia erased their memories together but differently. Camellia sealed her memories away while Rover erased her memories completely. So back I'm gonna assume it was 10 years ago before they actually met each other, like they actually talked to each other. But Rover and Camellia have run into each other without their memories. So Camellia said that they met when she was a wandering traveler. Then there was a time where Camellia joined the Fraxidus, aka the bad guys. And then that's when Camellia, got the thrill of fighting Rover. And then the third time was when Camellia was part of the Black Shores. But 20 years ago, Camellia was already part of the Black Shores. Because Rover had her memories of the Black Shores. So that's the thing. Sometimes the characters have like a general idea of the I guess year in a way. But yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's all right. Thank you for telling me about that.
It's okay.
Okay, so during the creation of Justice, basically, okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So when I say not so bad guy, Frederick was, he escaped, and I told you that he was a half gear. Apparently, he was transformed into a full gear. I just got messaged that by a person. Um, yeah, so I kind of got that wrong. My bad.
It's
But
okay.
then for Justice, on the other hand, her story is where he was also a success, but she was meant to be more than just that. She had self-awareness, meaning that all the how do I put it?
It's
The memories of,
hard.
yeah, but it's not hard. It's not hard. I'm just trying to explain it from what I remember. But so when Frederick goes into hiding, Arya becomes Justice. Basically, Justice did some things that was very unpleasant.
Oh?
The reason why I say unpleasant is that she was, or excuse me, she was meant as a weapon of war, pretty much, for the Americas, because this is all based in the U.S.
Oh.
before it transforms into the U.S.
Oh.
Yeah. So what happens is that due to the fact that Asuka transformed her, Arya lost all her memories and she became Justice. But due to her self-awareness that gears were being used as weapons, she had self-awareness. She turned on the humans, which basically what she did, which is very shockingly surprising that you will be surprised, was she destroyed the country of Japan.
What? Wow.
Yeah. So in the story, there is a character by the name of Baiken who is a samurai
Guilty
of
Gear.
when yeah, Baiken. She's like a samurai.
Oh, I see her.
Yeah, so for her, she was there, I think, the time around, or after the events of when Justice destroyed Japan, and Japan
Hollow
became.
Justice? sorry. I had to make that joke.
Yeah, I know, but no. So yeah, Justice apparently says she destroyed Japan. The Japanese people were put into colonies because Japanese people in the game or in that universe were gonna go extinct, so
Mm-hmm.
that the world agreed to put them into colonies. Anyway, so when she turned on everyone, the gear program that Asuka was working on basically, well, shuts down, and basically Asuka. Oh, how do I put it? Okay, so Justice becomes evil from the mind control and the self awareness of the gears. She basically turns on the humans, which causes a war called the Holy War.
Oh,
So that Asuka, instead of being called Asuka, is called that man.
that man.
Frederick becomes, yeah, because that man was the one who created it all. He's the one that destroyed the world and the way it was. So Frederick becomes Soul Bad Guy, who was once human but now is a gear who's on the human side.
Soul. What?
Soul Bad Guy. It's SOL and then Bad Guy.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh,
Yep, you'll
that's
see that.
him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the.
And then,
Wait, so
yep,
he's the scientist?
yep, he's the scientist that was turned into a gear.
Oh, wait, isn't he the grandpa?
Yes. We'll get into that later.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, that's his name,
All right.
and I searched it up. Like, wait a minute, that's the guy that was referred to as a grandpa. I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, so in the turn of events, the Holy War takes about 100 years. This is a 100-year war.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that means Soul has been around for many years until one turn of events, Soul kills Justice
Oh,
so that society can go back to the way it was. This is the events of Guilty Gear 1, I think.
yeah, it's Guilty Gear lore.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain in the ways that I remember. Like little known fact that Cat here explained to me the Wuwa lore. Now I'm explaining to them the Guilty Gear
Guilty
lore.
Gear lore.
But yeah, this is from my memory. So we get into in the first game. Now we're into the first game. This is like when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a gear, because gears are now like, how do I put it? Like not enemies, or they're like people now.
Wait, only
There was a
certain people have Guilty Gear, or like a lot of like everybody has it.
like, what do you mean?
Like, you know how Attack on Titans, there's people who can turn into Titans, and there's just normal people.
Yeah. So no, there's humans and then there's gears. So in the society, it's more like gears are like the secondhand citizens
Oh, okay,
because of the
okay,
war.
okay.
But so yeah, but in the first game, we have a gear named Testament. If you look that up,
How do you
they
spell
are
that?
like they're like a reaper,
How do I?
but not really a reaper.
What is his name? Testament.
Testament. Yep.
Oh, she has the giant
Yeah, it's a
scythe.
he.
That's a he.
Yep. When you look at the character, it looks like a female, but in reality, it's a guy. But they're non-binary. So
Oh, so it's a they them. Okay.
yeah, it's a they them. But I say it's like a dude, but not a dude.
Kind of reminds me of Astolfo from Fate Grand Order.
Yeah. So basically, Testament is one of the gears who holds a tournament, which turns out the tournament was to revive Justice because he's still mind controlled by Justice.
Ah.
So there's a lot of different characters. Like there's May, Chip, Doctor Baldhead,
Oh.
etc. Potemkin. There's basically more characters, but I'm not gonna get into them. But so then we have Soul
There's so
Bad
many
Guy, and then
characters.
another character, Kai Kisk. Kai Kisk was one of Soul's, I wouldn't say buddy. I would just say like Soul's rival in the sense that he was also part of the Holy War, and he was a gear.
Mm.
So that means Kai was basically became he's always been a gear, from my knowledge, I think. So basically, the tournament goes on. Justice, was revived until she was killed by Soul again.
Oh.
So in the next game, a mysterious gear had appeared. This is like when, how can I put it? Testament is still alive, by the way. Just letting you know. He's alive. He was just under the mind control influence of Justice, but Justice is killed. But in the next game, basically the game next to it, the story goes that in a mysterious gear named Dizzy appears, who's able to mind control other gears, just like Justice. And turns out, get a load of this one. That is the daughter of Arya and Frederick.
What?
And then
Oh, wait.
so that's the mind twisting.
Daughter of Arya
and Frederick. Arya is Justice and Frederick is Soul Bad Guy.
Wait, who is Arya again?
Arya is Justice.
Wait, aren't they both scientists?
Yes, and remember when I said they were romantically? I don't know. Did I say that they were in a romantic?
You mentioned romantic.
Yeah, so like they were a couple.
So Arya is Justice, aka
Justice.
the bad person.
Yep.
And Frederick is
Soul Bad Guy, the father.
Is the father, and
yep.
he is Soul is. Wait.
He would be the father.
Wait, who's Soul again? So Soul Bad Guy is Frederick, making the dad / husband of Arya.
Yep.
And they have a child named Dizzy?
Yes, but it's not like that though.
Oh, it's not biological?
No, how to put it? Justice is the mother of Dizzy. But she created Dizzy. She's a full gear, by the way. They didn't have any, romantic. They were like, because Arya doesn't remember anything. So Justice is its own being. So Justice and Soul Bad Guy. In the community, it is said that since Arya and Frederick were a thing, that would make Dizzy, like, it would make Dizzy the daughter of Soul or Frederick. That
wait. When you say daughter of Soul, do you mean as Soul Bad Guy or like as him when he was a human? I think I know where this is going. But I need clarification.
Yeah.
So is Dizzy their daughter as guilties or what's it called? Gears, right?
Yep.
Not as human.
Yeah. But okay, I'm just gonna explain to you that her birth is unclear because they didn't specify it. All we know is that her mother is Justice.
Not Arya.
Not Arya. Only because Arya is already forgotten.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, I get it now because it's the thing where she's born from like them, but like the different version of them.
Yeah,
So
because
not
she
the
was created
she's
by justice.
she's not she's not human. She's a gear, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she was okay. I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah. So when I mean justice is killed, she was sealed pretty much.
Oh,
But anyway, back to the lore. Dizzy has the ability to mind control other gears, just like her mother.
mother like daughter.
Yeah. So then in the second game, we also have another character named Kai. I already explained it to, who that is. That's basically the rival to Soul Bad Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kai, he's like one of like the gentle. How do I put it? He's fuck, I can't think of the name or what the word is. Shit. Um. Anyway, so like basically, they were around the Holy War or the Crusades. We call it Crusades in the again. They were part of the order of the Holy Knights. That's before the games even started. I'm just going to go through, his story
Mm-hmm.
a bit. So for Kai, can't remember what the fuck I have to go with Kai over here. But basically, of course he's a gear, but he doesn't want to harm humans. He's one of the benevolent type gears who also has
Kai.
kindness.
How do you spell Kai? Is it Kai or
The KY
Ky?
and Kai Kisk.
Oh, he's the
Kisk is
knight.
Yep. So Kai, he finds Dizzy when he's on dispatch on a mission called to the Forest of Demons, which is basically where
Wait a minute.
he finds Dizzy.
Why does
What?
Kai remind me of a certain character from Fire Force?
Yeah, no, he's not Arthur.
He kind of reminds me of Arthur.
He's not Arthur. He's different. He's not him.
I was like, okay, wait, he's blonde. His sword looks like a cross.
Cross.
Is that Arthur, but like a matured version
No.
of him?
No, Kai is a different thing. He's a different thing.
Okay. I was like, oh, he
I can't
looks.
believe you said that.
He looks
Man.
familiar.
I was a bit offended. I was offended a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I watch like a lot of things, and then like you see the similarities. Like, oh no, I see something I shouldn't see.
Yeah, but so basically, Kai finds Dizzy, with whom he discusses the meaning of power to her,
Mm-hmm.
which basically, they get into like a sparring thing, because Dizzy's afraid, and she's also kind. So meaning he lost against Dizzy, which he assures Dizzy that there are humans, because the power's difference is that the power that she knows is humans have the power to destroy her beings, but Kai tells her that there are humans that who can handle her power, and basically she loses her hatred, or fear of the humans, at least.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I'm forgetting. But yeah, so basically Kai ends up finding Dizzy, but then also he hides Dizzy as well, because are people looking for her as well, because she is technically the strongest being as well, because she's the daughter of Justice. But we don't know that, Soul Bad Guy put in the mix, and etc. So then in the story, there was a part where there's another character by the name of Jam. She basically tells everybody that she killed Dizzy, because there was a wanting, or like a wanted bounty on Dizzy. But since Kai hit her, Jam takes the opportunity to lie and say that she killed Dizzy, and basically becomes rich.
Oh,
She
wait,
opens up her own restaurant and etc.
is her name Jam?
Yep, Jam. Just put Jam Guilty Gear. You're gonna see what she look like.
Is she the brown-haired girl that has like a Chinese outfit?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Then Kai hit Dizzy, of course. He also started to gain feelings for her.
oh,
Same thing for Dizzy. And yeah, etc.
is that a love triangle? I see.
Not a love triangle. It's just Jam doesn't have any feelings. She just wanted to take the money because she wanted to open up her own restaurant type of thing. That's her side story pretty much. Yeah. So then we come to Guilty Gear 2, which I think I'm forgetting some stuff, but I could be wrong. There was another character by the name of Valentine's.
That name sounds familiar.
Yep. The Valentines were the beings that could destroy humanity for quote unquote mother. Basically, this continues into Exard. Basically, the three games, like the newest ones, like Sign, Rev 2, like those games,
Mm-hmm.
where this is where the lore of more of the characters come in. So like, how do I put it? So the Valentines. Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me remember.
You have to go search it up.
Yeah, no, I'm double checking, y'all. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
just
It's
to
okay.
make this accurate. So the Valentines are the beings, or they're basically specific types of a realm called the backyard, which is basically the universal will of order to the human world. Um, there are four of them, but we're just gonna go over one for now. Basically, one their emotion is completely dedicated to the orders of their mother. Basically, the mother is Arya, Judgment. That's the plot twist. Because I skipped ahead because I'm not too sure about Overture. Overture I never played, so I don't know. So I probably have a lot of info that I missed, but I'll send you a video about the lore so you can watch it later. Pretty much sums it up for you. Basically, what it is that the Valentines are also the genetic copies of Arya, just like Justice, but they are the copies.
Mm.
So basically, since they are birthed in the backyard, they have the traits of emotionless. Uh, yeah, basically they devoid emotions. Only like two of them have emotions, which is Elfelt and Jacko, but we're gonna go into them later. Even though they are genetic copies to Arya, they're not her. They're not identical. They're just, they're programmed to suit their purpose and their combat and etc. Yeah,
Mm.
they're basically they're fun. They're fun in the games. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on, be right back. One more time.
No worries. No worries.
But yeah, just let it load in for
Let
you.
it sink in.
Yep.
was a lot. Ugh. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Did it sink in?
A little.
All right. Or was I? Oh yeah, we're talking about the Valentine.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, so the Valentines, who eventually turned into good people, except for one of them. One of them died.
Oh,
So then we have three. Whew. I'm tired. Hold on.
it's
F-O-N.
okay.
Okay. So their mother turns out to be Justice again. The evil, the main evil that was created. Okay.
Mm.
Hold on.
Hey, take a break. Take a break first.
No, I gotta explain this because I'm almost done. I'm gonna speed run this shit. Okay, so Justice is the mother. Basically, she's revived again by two beings, Elfelt. Well, not Elfelt. Um, uh, Hold on, I gotta search this shit up again. Hold on.
Don't worry.
So there's a being known as Ariels, who's basically a follower. Not She doesn't have to be part of the story. She was just a follower under the order of Justice. She's a human. So basically, she prepares the fusion of Elfelt Valentine, which is one of the genetic copies of Arya.
Mm-hmm.
So she was gonna fuse that character with Justice to create a complete humanity, a quote unquote humanity. Having them somewhere in the north, there was another being that was thwarted by the combined efforts of that man and Soul Bagay and his group. They designed another character called Jacko. She
Jackal?
is one of the keys as well. That she's also a copy of Arya as well. So
Jackal?
instead of
Oh,
using
Jacko!
Alpha, yeah, in Exar she has white hair and then the red is on the inside.
Oh, I see her.
Yeah. So instead of using Elfelt, they used Jacko to be the overriding consciousness for Justice,
Mm-hmm.
which they succeed. So Soul decides to basically a lot of shit happens. Another fight with all the characters, of course. Once the fusion with Justice denies, which is becoming human, it goes on a tormented rampage. So that now, due to that, Justice is on a rampage and destroying everything. It give the ability. No, I think. Oh wait, no, I think I said it wrong. So they use Elfelt to fuse with Justice, but then she went on the rampage.
Mm-hmm.
They're using Jacko as a override to the consciousness, so that Elfelt is separated. So then she became the fusion consciousness of Justice, meaning that from the effects of the protection from Axel, who's another character in the game, Daryl, an NPC of the game, and Ariels to protect Jacko to become Justice, they restore Arya which basically Arya came back in the sense, but not Arya, if you know what I mean.
Not the same person.
No, they're the same person, but she doesn't have the memories. She has the memories of Jacko.
Oh, so she came back as a human, but memories of her gear life.
More or less.
Okay.
So the Justice body that was rampaging vanishes, and
Get-
Ariels gets arrested,
Oh.
and she's put into like a maximum security prison where she's like chained up and shit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. When you yeah, she pretty much did a lot of war crimes, so you'll understand. So yeah, due to the restoration of Arya, Jacko becomes aware, and this is where her red hair comes in. By the way, the red hair swap. That's what like the newest, like the new Jacko that we know of in Strive is the one with the red hair on the outside, the white hair on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So she has, of course, she has the essence of Arya, but Jacko is their own being. So Arya is a separate being, but within the same, in the same body, but just not conscious.
Oh, so like, there's like two beings inside of her?
Yeah.
Okay.
See. So, as you know, after she destroyed, basically, we're going. This basic. Okay. Strive happens 2 weeks after Exard Rev 2, which is basically the finishing act where Jacko becomes Arya, Ariels gets arrested, etc. So they brought
Etc.
back Arya. Yeah. Asuka is put under.
Well,
Okay, this happens in Strive. So
that's why there's
Asuka or that.
a lot of pictures of Jacko and Soul together.
Yeah, they're a couple because Arya and Fred.
Ah.
Anyway, so in between the stories of Exard and Strive, there is a being known as Happy Chaos who was the harbinger of basically he's the harbinger of chaos who wanted to remake remake he made I don't know, it's weird. His character I couldn't understand really, but just from what my idea is that in the events there was a character named Eno who's like a witch with a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
She helps or she has basically she gets help from Happy Chaos, who's basically the essence or the opposite to Jacko. He's like the destructive power. Like he was in Ariel's basically, like he was a part of her. But
Mm.
then they split. He split.
He's
Yeah, so like he's a separate being. And he was the guy, or he was the person that used the name of that man before Asuka, pretty much. I don't know, it's weird. So basically, yeah, a lot of shit happens thanks to him because he was the one who was the man behind it. Um, I'm trying to. This is.
It's okay.
Holy shit.
It's okay.
Okay, so of course, I'm just gonna go off of what I remember from Strive again.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it's the right way. Okay, so okay, Asuka or that man, he surrenders because he defeated the universe. Sorry, Soul defeated the universal will, which basically frees Asuka. I guess I don't know how that happened. I really don't know. So okay. Anyway, so then Eno, like I said, the witch with the guitar, she extracts the universal will from Ariels, who had the containing or basically the will of destruction of chaos. Of course, calling him Chaos. Anyway, yada yada. Something about a vampire appears, samurai vampire. Yeah, I'm not really good at this.
It's
This part
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, so like this, there's a thing where Asuka is trying to reveal something to the world, or he tries to get the president of the United States to proceed with a summit to explain something until Happy Chaos destroys a large town in Illyria, which is another kingdom, withholding from the G-Force summit. He destroyed the building, which emerges Nagoriyuki, who's that vampire samurai, pretty much. Anyway, so yada yada. Going back to Jacko, who's with Soul, who they're doing bounty hunting, I guess. I don't know. Jacko, she is pondering about her own existence because
Oh.
she's either Arya or Jacko. There is no in between. It's one of those two. She's having
Identity crisis.
yeah. So while that's happening, the summit commences, and the reason why Asuka wanted to do the summit, like the basically explain to the world what has happened in the new generation, was that Asuka, he's been vilified, meaning as that man or the Demon King, which he basically destroyed the world and etc. But he's trying to explain on his end that chaos was setting to plan in motion. Oh wait, no, I read that. I totally read that wrong because I'm reading off of a wiki. So during the events of the summit, Happy Chaos, he sets his plan in motion. He takes control of the summit, the White House, etc., taking the president and the leaders hostages, demanding an item called the Tome of Origin, which Asuka or that man is in possession of. Basically, what it is that the Tome of Origin is. Trying to remember again. The Tome of Origin, I keep saying it again. I'm sorry, y'all. Is the original sealed essence of the backyard. The place where the study of magic, is. So basically they say that no evil shall touch this place, but he gets hands on it.
He has to dig deep into his brain.
Yeah, I know. Excuse me.